Hello, everybody. Hopefully this time you guys can hear me. Watch to see who all is going to be joining us today. Trying to see who all is in here. Nobody yet. That's fine. Still early. Nato is here too, but he's hiding. Sort of. He's in the chair right there that you can see the corner of the chair, but not him yet. Okay. It's on the forum.
Talking about 40 versus 41.
Oh, right on. This camera is way clearer. So lots of things have been going on. We heard from General last night, and he will not be joining us today, but we're going to make sure that this gets uploaded so that he can see it. General is going to invite us to a tournament in May, but we do not have passports right now. And it is taking 6 to 8 weeks to finalize passports. And even if you pay the extra $60 per passport for expedited service, it still takes about 3 weeks if you're lucky. So that's not a good thing. Still waiting for people to pop in. I know No Limit's going to be here. Speaking of which, will you get my dice? I'm going to save these to show until after he pops in because I got to see my dice. Don't know who all is going to be here today. So hopefully we get a nice little bunch of group of people because we haven't seen anybody since December. So I think that's about the last time we put out videos. You don't know? Oh, he doesn't know.
You're the walking calendar, not me.
I am a walking calendar. I'm also a walking shoe hoard. Because I have shoes there and there. I think I got like 4 pair out there. You guys pop in, say hello. So we know you're here. Let me know if you can hear me. That's kind of a thing. Look, it's a Nato. The camera keeps bouncing on its focus point. That's kind of weird. So we're looking at getting back into the game. Don't mind him. My birthday was Thursday. We're still recovering. Getting back into the game probably about middle of April, end of April, beginning of May. NATO has finals the first week of May, so that's not helpful. And of course, I have the rest of tax season to finish out. So I was actually at the office today for several hours catching up from not being there most of this past week. We don't have anybody.
Well, it's kind of short notice.
No, not really. Maybe a little bit. We'll see who shows up. I have two microphones on here, so I don't know which one is actually picking up. Should probably turn that off. Shoot, I thought No Limit would be the first one here. His beautiful serenading that he does. It was amazing. Let me just wait. I'm a non-patient, very patient person. My butt's vibrating. What? I am not. I've been on here for 10 minutes. Where the hell have you been?
Who dat?
No Limit. No Limit, can you hear us?
I am talking to General.
You're talking to General. Oh, that's fantastic. And what is he up to?
Cooking,
Cooking. He's cooking.
I think.
You think?
It's not like I'm there.
I know.
Reading between the lines here.
Okay.
That's what he said last night.
Oh, so General is cooking. He will not be joining us today. So we're here for questions, updates, all kinds of stuff. Throw questions out there. No Limit. Call your friends. Tell them to get online.
One of these days I'll figure out how to fucking use my phone.
So does No Limit want to see my dice? I said 4 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. It is 4:02 Mountain Standard Time. I got on at 3:51. So there. You're an hour ahead of me. Which means it's 5 p.m. where you are. You got your time clock backwards. Switch your battery. Like, turn it around. Okay, so there you go. I have 5 of these, and Nato bought these for me for Christmas to add to my collection. So I don't have jars big enough to put these in. So there they are. So good job, No Limit, recognizing the dice on your montage video. See if anybody else is going to join us. Hopefully. I think Nato's going to take a nap.
Naps are awesome.
Mm-hmm. Naps are amazing. Especially when I get to take one right between my shift. Totally did that the other day. Crawled up underneath my desk and passed out. It was awesome. So No Limit, how's your knee? I'm waiting.
Writing you a novel.
Is he writing me? Nato says you're writing me a novel. Is that what's going on? It's Destroyer of Worlds. She has decided to make her presence. No, I don't use them in Axis and Allies. I played 21 with them. Several people lost. You can't use 6. Well, I guess in regular traditional Axis and Allies, you can use D6s, but not the one we play. It's all 12s. Oh, I'm sure. I've got my fair share of scars, so I understand. Oh, yeah. We got a new dice tray, too. So we found this on Amazon. It is laser scripted. It goes with all the other compasses in the house, like the clock on the wall behind me and multiple others. So, but this is really, really nice because you can actually set your dice and the inlays here on the side. So, wood, laser etched, really pretty. I don't roll the big die on those either. They get rolled across my kitchen floor. It's concrete. Well, you have to take your time, No Limit, to recover from knee surgery. Minutes. So I guess that means no jumping around and doing any more music videos unless you're like rolling around in a chair for now.
Yeah, you gave him the idea. He's gonna do it now.
Because then we wouldn't have typing lessons in school because nobody would know how to use it. Most people can't say their alphabet sober, much less type on it.
I got hungry.
Yahtzee. I am coming down with a cold, so I may sneeze excruciatingly violently. Excruciatingly violent sneezing. Like, I sat myself down because I was sneezing so hard the other day. A couple of weeks ago, I woke up sneezing. That's actually what woke me up. It was crazy. So let's see. Updates. Really not much. On a personal level, we did have to put our dog down about a month ago. It sucked, but she was 19. Very old terrier, so she's gone, and so we won't be tripping over her when we're doing videos anymore. Nato is in his second to last semester, so he's writing 2 theses. So that's been taking up a lot of time on the computers. Between the 2 laptops, that's all the research, and then we have the dual mod screen going here with a lot of different stuff. Let's see, tax season has me very busy. We'll just go with that because it's tax season and that's just what happens. That happens every year.
Got a new gun.
Oh, yeah, I got new guns. So I added to the armory. So I have new little girls that we went and shot yesterday. Well, we got to shoot one of them before we inadvertently got kicked out of the gun range because nothing personal to anybody out there, but oh, good Lord. It says pretty much no energy. Thinking of making a video with the Three Stooges meets the Axis. I think Warner Brothers did that. You might want to have to check the 1940s Warner Brothers cartoon shows. Because I'm pretty sure they're in one of them. There's a wartime video that Warner Brothers put out, and it was showing what it's like to be in the Army. And there is a segment in it where there is the Three Stooges. And they are the infantry. Imagine that. And I just revealed my age more so than I really wanted to. Let's see what else. We covered the new dice the other day. Hopefully, we get a few other people in here. I know there was a few people who did see the video from the other day, so I know that the announcement did get out that we were doing the live stream today. So we'll see. No, it was our dog though, but thank you. Yeah, she was old as dirt. And I think she was there when somebody said, "Let there be light." It was her time. It really was. She would collapse while she was walking and defecate as she went into seizures. Normally they give them 20 cc's of sleep away, which is the euthanization liquid. It only took 7 cc's to put her down. So yeah, it didn't take much. On the other hand, Princess, wherever she decided to disappear to,
Passed off on top of the Axis and Allies box.
she's protecting the Axis and Allies box. I'll move my chair. She's right there. Destroyer of Worlds has become essentially much more vocal since Biddy has gone. February 27th is when she was put down, but this one is still ornery as sin. So there's that. We also still have a lot of snow, so she's getting cabin fever because she can't go outside. So, yep, there she is. She's protecting the boards. You're older than me. And how old are you, No Limit? You're going to do the Three Stooges playing Axis and Allies. You need two friends. Oh, let's reveal my age a little bit more. My middle son, who will be 21 this year, just told me that there's a lot going on in his life, and he may be moving out back this way towards the west in to Utah to take on a job out there. So that's really exciting. Damn. And if you heard the stomping, that's my mother-in-law. And what else has No Limit been up to? You're as old as the Super Bowl. So you're in your 50s. Let's see, it's Super Bowl 54 this year, I believe.
Hell if I know.
Yeah, watch this. I want to find out. Okay, Google. What Super Bowl are we on? What Super Bowl are we on?
Here are the top search results.
That is not what I wanted.
According to 247 Sports, Nick Foles finds Zach Ertz for an 11-yard touchdown with 2:25 left in Super Bowl.
Yep, we are going on to Super Bowl 54. I was right. So in February of next year is Super Bowl 54. So you're telling me you're 53, 54 years old, No Limit? Or are you just as old as how many times the Bears have been in the Super Bowl? Torturous therapy and playing 3 YouTube games now. Sounds like a good time. They're as big as my coffee cups. You can't roll them in your hands. It's not like a magic 8-ball.
Sure you can.
Like my own personal fidget spinner. Oops, sorry, babe. So we don't have anybody else in here yet. We got 2 watchers. That's awesome. Apparently, that would be us and No Limit. No Limit, call your friends. All the friends. So, do you have any questions for us? You're not 3 years old? I'm glad for you not being 3 years old. I'm glad you have a shoulder sitter. Knock that devil off every once in a while. Let's see what else has been going on. Oh, yeah, we have the other gaming channel. For those of you who play, you got 40 spinners. That's why I have dice. Because I don't have to sit here go like this with them all the time. I just sit there and roll the dice in my hands. He still hasn't told me how old he is. She is suggested. When are we going to have a Global 40 YouTube game? That is a good question. When have we decided to do that? We haven't decided. We have not decided to do that. No Limit, would you like to play? You've already got 3 games going on. Do you think you can handle a 4th? Well, I can tell you that we were supposed to have a YouTube game this past week. That did not work out in our favor. So that did not happen. Otherwise, you guys would have gotten a lot more updates about a month and a half ago. When I made the announcement back in, I want to say December, that I wanted to do that. Things just didn't work out into where we could. So that's why that hasn't happened yet. I think that the best time that we'll be looking at getting that done will probably be in will probably be in May, if not middle to late June. He lets the kids in the congregation play with his spinners. It's 30 minutes running, and it's just us in here. So, no limit. You should probably get your questions out now.
The only thing I can think of is maybe show the pieces that we got for the modern scenarios, Korea, Vietnam,
You can get them out. The helicopters and stuff.
World War III&1/2. We haven't actually shown anybody those yet.
He says an anniversary game, perhaps, because I'm already in a 40 now, maybe in the summer for the 40. That could happen. I do know that I'm going to be out of the state, and I do travel a lot during the summer, so we'll have to see what we can do. We may have to do it turn by turn. It might be a little slow go. A 40 wouldn't be bad because it's not as many turns, but
We do have anniversary.
yeah, and we do have anniversary, so I mean, there's that. You have to play by traditional rules, though.
We got to remember what the rules are.
Don't feel bad about playing by the traditional rules. We actually have to get the book out to remember what those are, because that's a thing.
We
Got any available girlfriends? No.
We generally play with a dozen or so house rules.
Right.
Gotta remember what the actual rules are.
I don't have any available girlfriends. The only girlfriends I have are very much taken. Very, very much taken. Like married, taken.
I put it on the forum, but
What's that?
dice without nation specific dice.
Oh yeah.
Put a picture on the forum, but
We have nation specific dice. So Japan. We have Germany and what else?
Russia,
Russia.
England.
You said America and New England?
England.
Oh. So we have these nation specific. So there's Germany. And this is Russia. Russia? Yeah. Russia. America. And England. Okay. How well that's gonna, there it goes. It's a little backwards for you guys, but that's okay. So all of the nation specific dice. 15.
That's a
Tornado.
cruiser.
We got some new pieces from Shapeways for anniversary. I have to insist on fighter inceptors. Hate being bombed to death. Oh. And who would you play as? Shapewear pieces we've gotten are these. That is a tornado. And we have the cruiser, modern day cruisers. Well, that's going to focus. There's those.
It's a Russian.
Nato's pulling out pieces.
I don't remember. It's a Russian something. This is a Heinkel, Russian Heinkel.
Russian Heinkel. So, Russian Heinkel. Might be able to get it to focus. And then a much larger Russian copter. We actually got those through the place here in town, White Knight, the one that I was on the last video with the guy that I did the interview with. Happened to stop in there because I can't go into a gaming store without spending less than $50 ever. And we picked, he happened to have those. So John pulled out the no stops with those. I actually just got the decks too. I got some decks for the Civil War. So, you know, that's one of the things, because I have all the flags of the Civil War in that. You're gonna have to talk about these pieces, honey.
Those are. Well, the tank is a M1A1 Abrams, and then the planes are various variants of MiGs.
Oh, there it goes. Which Axis team are you playing as, No Limit? Because I usually play as Germany and Japan, if anything. Decals and clear tape. Nice. That's what he made his dice out of. Those packs of dice we got for, I want to say we picked them up for $15 a pack. There was 5 dice per pack. Then very nation specific for those. And those aren't the only nation specific dice we have. We have others that I've picked up in the past. There's some that I have that are, they're like really small. They're very hard to use. And of course, I'm the ass. I have a good friend of ours, NATO's best friend, actually. He's now stationed in Georgia. And he decided he wanted to be a jerk. So Viper bit his ally. And I went and picked him up very specific dice. They're less than 1 millimeter in diameter. Very, very tiny and clear. So I was really an ass when I picked those up. And there was like 30 dice in this whole pack. And I got them for like $5. So it's a box of dice about this big. And all of these little bitty, like teeny tiny dice. Right on. So that's what he had to play the whole game with, because he wanted specific dice and he was being an ass. And so I returned the favor. I kind of wish I still had those dice because they were really cute. Very, very, very small. And I could really use them in my doll houses when I build them. So because I can use them in the little vases. Right now, Germany and Italy. And you're playing as the Axis Power, the European Axis Powers in 40. Oh, shit. Yeah, that's a pretty plane. I know what that is. I'll put that to the side. The modern day carrier. Yeah. Paint's still sticky on these. We painted these like 6 months ago.
Some of them are.
Lots of pretty birds in this thing. There's a Humvee. Yeah. Like they're sticking to my fingers so bad. There we go. This is for World War III.5. Oh yeah, we still play Yakuza. We haven't, like I said, we just haven't really had a lot of time to play much of anything here lately. So, and then this is probably one of my favorite pieces. This is a C-130. My mom we used to be a mechanic on these, so, and my dad flew them. I've been on many a C-130 in my time. They're sticking to my fingers so bad. There's another helicopter for you. Oh, you're playing global. Okay. Are you playing 40 global? Here's these ones back. I'm trying to get my fingers to not tear them apart. Oh, it's an Apache.
That's a Chinook.
A Schnook. I can get my, there you go. That's a Chinook. Yeah, that paint is sticking to my fingers really bad. We're going to get some shellac for this stuff so that it stops sticking. We have America, don't we? I bought that for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have America. I'm not done showing you pieces. I'm lining up a bunch of little birds on my hand so that I can show these all off at one time. Still the only ones online. Oh my God, these are sticking so bad. There you go. Lots of little birds. No Limit. I don't think there's really many games we don't have. I know I saw those. Nato has the forum on his phone, and we kind of keep up with it. I just haven't had time to really respond, post, or much less anything else. So we've been watching that. I'm also on Grasshopper's Patreon page, so I get to see a lot of that stuff that he has coming through on there too. But I know that General's had invited us to a get together up there with him, but we can't get to it. Not this go round. We'll have to work on that for maybe this summer or something. We'll have to get a tournament going so that you can bring your butt down here from Illinois. Oh, thanks. Nato actually picked them out, and I did a lot of the painting. It's actually where we got the ships that are in 7 Years' War and American Revolution and stuff like that. We got those from Shapeways also. So
Not sure which color is going to show up best.
just that looks good.
I'll get one of
So we were able to get the larger ships for our Wars of the World game that we're doing. So that's, I want to say France, England. And then red, depending on what we're doing. So I love these. So I love the ship pieces. And I'm a fanatic about the Merchants Marauders game. I actually just absolutely love that one. Another one that I really like is Guadalcanal because it's nothing but ship wars. And actually, let me see the new Guadalcanal I just got you. I picked this one. Do you have Fortress America? No. I want Monopoly for millennials though, because yes, I am that ass. And I want to play it against my kid because yes, he is that kid. I did pick this one up for NATO. It is the Smithsonian version of Guadalcanal. Got this for him for Christmas. Yeah, I picked this one up for him for Christmas. So I was able to find somebody who still had it. It's a used version, but it's in great condition, and the pieces, even the papers, are still yellowed out. You can smell the age in it, so I know you do. There you go. We can't afford to go anywhere either. We spend all our money on Axis and Allies. and equipment and other various things. Dice. Shiny stuff. I like shiny stuff. Well, no limit. It's just us, and we got about 19 minutes left. What other questions do you have, honey? And she is still totally passed out on top of those boxes. Mm-hmm.
Sean Fallout chest.
Yes. Did my Fallout chess set. See, shiny stuff. It's chess. And Deathclaw is the queen. My hands smell like paint now. So I'm actually going to, as you guys all know, that Civil War is my favorite, regardless. And these are actual card games. I picked them up at White Knight because, like I said, I can't go in there without spending at least $50. And this set is nice. This set is all the flags of the Civil War. From the different states, the different parishes, the different areas, territories, what have you, including the Union Jack. This is actually the Tennessee battle flag, not the flag of the South. This is not the Confederate flag. I think I very much elaborated on this back when we did the Civil War. And I did a posting of it. It's like this one is for Pennsylvania. One of the ones for Pennsylvania. One of the ones for North Carolina. Flag of the 3rd Battalion in Connecticut. 8, 13. This is the old Vermont Brigade. This is a really nice set, so I'm actually going to have these mounted and have a nice big board with all of them. And yes, there is 52 of them. You know, there's things that fix that. Jogging, biking, sit-ups, gym. And then I have the Union generals, and I have the generals of the Civil War. So this is all 52 generals of the Civil War, and it doesn't have all of them in it. So I have my little fanatics about the U.S. Civil War. All right, no limit. Well, that's about it for us. Email address is on the web, on the YouTube homepage. So you can always hit us up there. Thanks for joining us. I'm sorry we didn't have anybody else, but good talking to you. I hope your knee gets better. And we're going to get off of here because we've been on here for almost an hour. So I'm just waiting for him to respond. All right, guys. Well, hopefully somebody gets to see this. Let you guys know that we are still alive. We're just not active right now. So like it, live it, love it. We'll be coming back to you very soon right here on the Viper and Nato channel. And our game will be cranking up very, very shortly. No limit. Thanks for joining us today. Love you, mean it. Talk to you later, guys.